You cannot die.
Striking the beast's head ought to weaken its petrifying power.
Okay, every vocation has its appeal. You got the fighter with his impenetrable defense, the thief, and how amazing that is at scoring crits on giants' weak points. Then warfarer, who can seamlessly switch between multiple vocations. But the mystic Spearhand is special, and if you play him right, you cannot die. Doesn't matter if you get doused with Medusa's insanely hard-hitting poison arrow, if you get fire breathed on you by a dragon, not even if a drake uses his magic to call down those meteors from the sky, you will not die. Forget not dying. You won't even take any damage, nor will your pawns, because this benefits whoever is within range once activated. Hey everyone, it's 𝐸_identity again, and welcome to my channel. I make builds, guides, and gameplay videos. I hope this video helps you out. So let's dive right into this. Now, this is all made possible with a weapon skill called 𝐒𝐵𝐺𝐻𝐻, an archaic spelling of mirror shield. Basically, how they speak in Dragon's Dogma 2, it creates a bubble shield that temporarily makes you immune to any attack. Just make sure that when activating it, you have enough stamina and you time it right. If you want to be invincible at all times, this takes a little bit of practice to master, but it's worth it. Because when exploring Battahl, these enemies are tough. Stronger harpies, hobgoblins, the type that sound like they molest women, a Medusa, and so many more hard to kill enemies. You'll get tons of XP, but it's also really easy to get yourself killed. Now let me explain to you what I have going on with this build. I just finished playing as the fighter, and I actually made a build you should check out. But coming from the fighter, I got used to my shield easily able to block anything. Well, almost anything, because the shield still cannot block fire or poison or any of the magic or status afflictions. But it was still nice having it. A great source of defense to balance out the offense, which is why I struggled a bit when transitioning to the mystic Spearhand, because this vocation is literally offense in magic. By the way, here's how you unlock the mystic Spearhand. When periodically traveling back and forth to Melve from Vernworth, when arriving to Melve one of those times, you'll encounter a diseased looking dragon that is attacking the town. All of the people in the town will easily be able to fend it off or kill it. And afterwards, this guy named Sigurd will come up to you. After speaking with him, he'll give you the mystic Spearhand vocation. Remember this guy, because he will be the one to also give you Paladin's Enigmata scroll that teaches you the Wild Fury. It's the ultimate ability for mystic Spearhand. This is one of the weapon skills I'm using, and boy is it strong. Let me stop talking for a sec and just show you what I mean. As you can see, it's a relentless flurry of slashes and magical attacks, and additional button presses continue the onslaught while consuming stamina. This is so strong that I literally decimated 3 of this griffin's health bars in a matter of seconds. It had no choice but to retreat. Talk about a perfectly balanced vocation. How can something be so invincible on defense and so lethal on offense? Well, what you see is what you get, and if you make this build, you'll be doing exactly what I'm doing here. But here's real quick how to get this ultimate ability. There's a dungeon called Dragon's Breath Tower, located southwest of the Battahl capital. Once you arrive at the entrance, 𝐤𝐳𝐳 will appear out of nowhere, offering to assist you in this trial of slaying that same dragon that was attacking Melv. After killing the dragon, 𝐤𝐳𝐳 will give you the scroll called Paladin's Enigmata. Now all you have to do is go back to the Vocations Guild in 𝐵𝒫𝐻 to equip it and you're good to go. The third skill I'm using is Dragon's Foin, an advanced form of Dragon Stab that allows you to travel far and cause this forceful jab to inflict magic damage as well. Now this weapon skill is insane. It has the capability to travel upwards and target flying enemies like harpies, also hits the heads of giants, and has some great knockdown power as well. I continually knock down giant foes left and right. Then, whether on top or below, I used Winding Cut to infinitely slash that weak spot without using stamina, by the way. This is actually one of the core skills for Mystic Spearhand. My final skill is Devout Offering, purely a magic based skill that is great for crowd control. You can lift enemies and objects, then forcefully toss them into each other. Now, I want to apologize for my last build video as I did not explain which augments I was utilizing, but I didn't forget to do it in this one. They're Metal, Thu, Polarity, Dominion, and Diligence. Let me tell you about the weapon I'm using, or weapons per se. I started out using this Infernal Edge dual spear I got from the Ancient Battleground with 50% burn elemental damage and some very nice stats. Fire is actually very effective against zombies, ogres, and goblins. It's just a very cool dual spear, and I've been using it ever since I unlocked the Mystic Spearhand. I actually got it before I unlocked this vocation. So I was using this up until I fought that dragon at the tower. And get this, one of my pawns actually stole it off the dragon mid-fight. And can somebody please tell me how this happened? What kind of gear was my pawn wearing? What kind of skill was he using? He's a thief and literally steals items, money, and gear from all types of enemies. But anyway, after I saw that, I immediately went into his inventory and put it into mine. It's called Dead Ringer, a dual spear more suited for hacking and slashing. The ornaments along the edges of the blade might be the spine of some poor creature. As soon as I equipped it, immediately felt the difference in damage. Gave me an instant upgrade. Now, I got lucky with this because there's like a 12% chance this weapon will drop from the dragon. Other than that, it's only available after completing certain missions in 𝐵𝒫𝐻. But that 12% drop was, I'm sure, due to the pawn I'm using. And if you're on PC and want to hire this pawn, his name is Ross. He's a very tall thief and has reddish brown spiky hair. He doesn't have any gear or items on him that specify him stealing from enemies. I don't know, maybe it's a skill he's using, but either way, he'll be with me for a long time. Okay, moving on. I'm using the Marcher's armor still until I find something else better, but honestly, it really doesn't matter what armor you have on because remember, the Mystic Spearhand cannot die. Anyway, that pretty much wraps this video up. I think I covered everything. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. The rings. The first one I use is the Ring of Vehemence. This gives you more of an opportunity to stagger and knock down foes. I made a video about this. You can check that. It'll be linked in the description. All the details on how to get that are there. And for my second ring, I'm using the Ring of Regeneration, which recovers health upon defeating a foe. This is so that when I do take any damage, then I'll get it right back. Check out the core skills as I wrap this video up. In conclusion, the Mystic Spearhand is pretty broken in a lot of ways. If you play it right, it's gonna be hard to put that vocation down. Anyways, if this helped you out in any way, then like the video. Also subscribe for builds from the fighter all the way to the warfarer. I'll see you in the next one. Be right out.
I'm getting cake, baby, I'm serious. It's not a game, these boys are delirious. I know you